I think the world's media has forgotten about that very brief and exciting moment right around New Year's, that I think a lot of us thought that maybe things would be different and maybe Iran would be able to be free again. How's that rebellion going, 45 days later?
Well, it's still alive, and thank you for having me on. I find it to be a great privilege to serve as a mouthpiece for those that are in Iran who wish to get their message out. It's just taken on a different form. Unfortunately, the Western media just doesn't have access to activists on the ground and the various factions of the movement. This movement is called Enqilab Bidari, which means the awakening revolution, where people are waking up. And it's split into various protest movements. Obviously, you don't see the crowds in the street anymore because, as you very well know, the Basijis and the Revolutionary Guards cracked down pretty violently on the protesters. So what's happened now is, we have some that are spray painting graffiti of death to Khamenei, death to the Islamic Republic on various government buildings and bridges and commercial buildings. We have one faction called the Restart Movement, which tends to be a little bit more violent. They're calling for burning down various prayer centers and government buildings. And it's typically done at nighttime at 3, 4 in the morning. And there's lots of footage that's coming out. And then you have, obviously, the women's movement, which is in defiance of the forced veil or hijab, where women are defiantly removing their veils and waving their veils in public as a sign of camaraderie with the women who were arrested. There are 29 women who were arrested during those protests for removing their veils. So it's taken on a different form. You have union workers and labor workers that are protesting that they're not going to work. They haven't gotten paid in over 6 months. Just the other day, we had taxi drivers who just stopped working. And you have video footage of these taxi drivers just have parked cars. They're not, they're not willing to go to work. And now you have Basijis and Revolutionary Guard members who are removing their uniforms and taking pictures of their batons, their handcuffs, and writing letters taking pictures of their uniforms saying that we no longer support this regime, we stand with the people.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.